Hi, welcome to Smith U Pick Farms YouTube channel. This is our very first video, so we hope you enjoy it. What we're going to talk about today is just how we got started with our blueberry farm. So it all started 11 years ago. My wife and I, we were looking for some land, and this property just happened to come up. It was on auction. It was separated into two different properties, and during the auction, it was at a time that we were going to be out of town. We weren't able to get here, and we were like, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It'll still be there when we get back from vacation. So Monday rolls around and we find out that it did not sell at auction. So we rushed out here. We called the owners and we met them out here. We walked the property. It was 17 acres, had a 1950s house on it that was in decent shape, but it needed to be updated. And so at that point, we talked about it, we prayed about it, and we went on and made a decision to buy this property. Not really knowing what we wanted to do with it. We knew we wanted property. We didn't want to be in town. We wanted to be out in the country. This was actually in 2009. Fast forward to 2012, we got the idea to start farming. At that point, we really didn't know what we wanted to do. We had some idea that we wanted to do a U-pick. Not knowing exactly what we wanted to grow, we started playing around with several different things and some different ideas, looking into researching different berries, fruits. We talked about, of course, blueberries, raspberries, and grapes. So what did we do? We actually planted all three. So we actually took about 3/4 of an acre and ended up having to really clear that land because it was just covered in all different kinds of brush and trees, and we had to get a dozer out here to get rid of all the covering of the property, get it down to some workable ground. Once we did that, the next step was to actually get the soil to where it was workable. Years and years and years ago, it had been pasture land, but it had just been overgrown with pine trees and all other kinds of hardwoods. So what we ended up doing was getting about 90, I believe it was 90 yards of pine mulch. And we took that pine mulch, we set them out in rows, and we tilled all that pine mulch into the ground. Now once we got that tilled in, we let it sit there and age for just a little bit. We had met with a wholesale blueberry farmer down in Wilson, North Carolina, and I'll stick a link down in the bottom if you're interested in starting a blueberry farm. That's the place to get your blueberries. They'll send them to you bare root, or they will send them to you in I think 1 gallon containers. We chose to go bare root, and so they come in to only start shipping in the season that you are getting ready to plant in. So you don't want them until January and February where we live in North Carolina. And so we got our berries in, we had everything ready to go. A couple of things that we decided that, how far apart we were going to space the bushes, and then also our rows, how far our rows were going to be apart from each other. We decided 4 foot apart for the bushes within the rows, and that our rows would actually be 10 foot wide. Well, the 4 foot ended up being okay. The 10 foot, if I had it all over to do again, we'd have gone 15 foot. But live and learn. Our next bushes that we plant will go wider. Once we got the bushes in, the next step was to get our irrigation in. We ran hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of 1-inch pipe, and also from the 1-inch pipe we went down to 3/4 inch pipes. We put drip irrigation on every row that we had. We have some rows that are 180 foot, and we have some rows that are 80 foot. And we had 4 different varieties. We had Climax, Premier, Tiff Blue, and Powder Blue, which gave us an extended season. So our season runs anywhere from June 15th to August 15th. Irrigation the first, say, 2 to 3 years is very important. That's when the plants are getting all the growth, and they need about an inch of water every week. And so if you're not getting the rain, we've got to irrigate. The first 3 years we were very fortunate. We did get a lot of rain, and so the irrigation was not that as important, but we did have to use it from time to time. After the first 3 years, the first year, second year are the years that the plants are growing. You want all the growth to come during those 2 years. So you're taking all the flower buds off the plants and removing them all. So all the energy goes towards the growth of the plant. Now, after that second year, the third year, we let maybe 50% of the flowers make berries. That third year, we did allow some friends and neighbors to come and pick, but it was the 4th season when we opened. That 4th season, the little bare root plants that we had that were no more than 8 to 12 inches tall, just a stick with roots, they were already 3 and 4 foot tall. And you could get maybe ½ gallon to 3 gallons off of bush, somewhere around that, depending on the variety of the bush. But so that 4th year for us was a really good year. It was the first year we were actually recouping some of the expense that we had put out on the irrigation, the plants, the mulch, the labor. So it takes about 4 years before you even see a single penny come in on your investment. So you've got to be aware of that ahead of time. Okay, that's kind of how we got started in the blueberry U-pick business. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to carry you down to the actual blueberries and to the stand and kind of give you an idea of how the U-pick actually works. How we decided and why we decided to do it the way we do it. And so to kind of maybe give you an idea, if you're thinking about starting a U-pick farm, the pros and the cons of the way that we do it. So let's go. Okay, we have made it down to the farm now, and we're standing at our stand here. And as you can see, we have gallon buckets, we have half-gallon buckets. We have our payment box, and then we also have our box that has bags in it. And the process that we go through is they come up, we've got a parking lot over here that you can't see right now off the camera, but they come and they park, they come and get their bucket, they choose either a half-gallon or a gallon, they go down and pick their berries down here, they bring their berries back, and they put their berries in a bag and they drop their money in the box. That's the whole process. We are not here to attend the farm every day, all day long. So we use what is called the honor system. We trust them to do the process. We've got the instructions right here on this table that they can read, and people have been doing this now for almost 11 years. And we've never had an issue. Sometimes people don't quite understand, but we've got it on our website, we've got it on our Facebook page, and it's pretty simple. People love it. People sometimes don't understand it, but it works for us because we just can't afford to be here all day, every day. We have our own jobs that we have to go and do, and we have other chores on the farm to do. And those chores seem like during the summer, they just keep going up and up. So this is the way we choose to do it. We love it, and our customers love it. This is not the only way to do it, but this is the way we chose to do it. So you could put your stand up out here and sit out here all day, and that may work for you. And so you need to weigh those options out. We do try to spend a lot of time down here with customers, walking through the blueberry field with them, and so we can talk to them. We like to interact with our customers and find out where they're coming from. Customers come from all over the place. They come from as many as 2 and 3 hours away to pick at our farm. One thing that we really enjoy about the people who are coming to pick is they bring their children, their grandchildren. We love to see them getting involved in picking berries. They get excited about seeing the blueberry, and how some of them never knew where blueberries came from. They just know that they went to the grocery store and mama got blueberries for them. Well, when they see them on the bush and they understand that, okay, this is where blueberries come from, this is how they're grown, they get so excited. And we have kids who have been coming here for 11 years. They come every year. We get people who are going on vacation that actually they plan their vacations on when we open our farm. And we get all these different stories every year, and it just it gets us really excited about seeing all the different people, all the new people who come each year. We have new pickers that come every year that just all of a sudden heard about us. They saw our ad on Facebook or word of mouth. Word of mouth is some of the best advertising that we can get. And so we thank all our customers every year for their patronage here. And we couldn't do this without them. And so we thank you very much for coming and supporting our farm. Just to note, our address here is 7584 Greedy Highway. It's in Hickory, North Carolina. The zip code is 28602. Also, my email address is csmith3922@gmail.com. You can contact us there if you need to. You can search for us on Facebook and under Smith U Pick Farm, and of course our YouTube channel. And I guess this is a good plug. If you have not subscribed or liked us yet, please do that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you like the content, we're going to be going over all kinds of new content. We've got so many things planned for this year and next year. Also, just to make sure everybody knows, our hours here are 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, every day, 7 days a week. And our season runs anywhere again from January 15th through around the middle of August. And that's for the blueberries. We've got other things that we're adding to the farm that will extend that time out. And we'll get into that into another video. But guys, I just thank you for watching this video. Again, hit the subscribe and the like down below. And join us very soon for our next video. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you at the farm.